Calls for reproductive health care are growing as we sit just over 2 years since the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade. The decision allowed states like Kentucky to enact near-total abortion bans. It's our top story here at 6:30. Thanks for joining us. I'm Alex Dieterer. Senior reporter Isaiah Kim Martinez is talking to a group offering doula services to Kentuckians. And now, Isaiah, what has the demand been like since Roe v. Wade was struck down?
Well, Alex, it's certainly changed. The national activist organization called Sister Song has what they call a specific care fund they offer to 4 states, including Kentucky. It's specifically for pregnant women or postpartum mothers to get everything from diapers to mental health treatment. And since 2022, they tell me the need has only grown.
I think Kentucky has a lot of work to do.
Work that's gotten more intensive, says Leah Jones, since Kentucky's strict abortion ban went into effect just over 2 years ago.
One of the states that has the worst maternal mortality rates.
Jones is the deputy director of Sister Song, a group that's funded full-spectrum doula and mental health services for new mothers and mothers-to-be since the pandemic.
Diapers, wipes, car seats, strollers, basic essential needs.
Talking first over Zoom, Jones, a Louisville native herself, then showed me around their Louisville office this week.
This is the meeting area for community programming.
Currently, Sister Song's Birth Justice Care Fund operates in 4 states, focusing primarily on assisting people of color. Though Jones tells me this state has a unique challenge.
Race doesn't really matter when it comes to who is in need in Kentucky.
The group has spent more than $200,000 in Kentucky alone, coordinating with birth workers who let clients know what's available to them.
And we also like to think of it as like a community space for folks to just be able to just feel seen, heard.
We actually talked to one of those partners who focuses primarily on education for young moms. We'll share exactly what she's seen since the overturning of Roe v. Wade and the area's families still need more help. That's coming up right here at 11. Alex.
All right, thank you, Isaiah. It has been another gorgeous day here in Kentuckiana, but all eyes are on the tropics as Beryl continues to strengthen over warm Gulf waters. And depending on the trajectory, we could see major impacts from the storm right here in Kentuckiana. According to the National Weather Service, a torrential rainfall isn't the only problem we may see.
So we're a little bit worried about flash flood potential. But with a landfalling tropical system like this, if it comes at the right angle to us, you could also get tornadoes out of those. You may not get as strong of the winds, but you can get quick spin-up tornadoes from that as well.
Now, we could start seeing the impacts of Beryl as early as Tuesday, but that truly depends on how the storm tracks after it makes landfall in Texas. Meteorologist Matt Rudkin joins us now to discuss the latest track of the storm. Matt.
Hey, Alex. Yeah, so a couple of things here. First off, I'm going to really dive into this in our full weather segment in about 15 minutes. But here's the latest on Beryl. The one thing I want to really mention here is while the impacts will be felt in the form of rain, severe weather chances, I do agree with our colleagues at the National Weather Service, pretty low with this. So some good news there. But there you can see Beryl is churning in the Gulf of Mexico, approaching Texas over the Ohio River Valley and the Midwest here, looking pretty good. Closest rain's up by Chicago. Here at home, no rain, so your Sunday evening's good if you're doing a barbecue, anything fun like that outdoors, looking pretty good. As a matter of fact, our weather camera shows us here lots of blue sky and sunshine out and about with temperatures for the most part the upper 80s and low 90s. It's 90 at Ali International, 87 over at Bowman. So a pretty warm evening, but nothing out of the ordinary for July. Tomorrow we continue the warmth, temperatures in the 90s with mostly sunny skies. We'll talk about Beryl, its rain impacts, wind impacts, storm impacts, and what's on the backside of that coming up in your full forecast in about 15 minutes.
Thank you, Matt. New for you this evening, a woman is dead after an overnight hit and run in the Russell neighborhood. Police responded to reports of a crash on 16th and Broadway just before midnight. When police arrived, they found a woman in her 20s that had been hit by a car. She was taken to the hospital where she later died. Police believe they're looking for a white Mazda. According to the latest information, that car was traveling at a high rate of speed on 16th Street when it hit the woman who was apparently crossing the road. Anyone with information about this incident is encouraged to call the anonymous tip line. That number, of course, is 574-LMPD. Looking ahead, Brooks Houck will be in court in Nelson County tomorrow, where his attorney plans to fight the prosecution's motion to combine his trial with the other 2 men charged. Houck is charged with murder and tampering with physical evidence in the connection to the disappearance of his girlfriend, Crystal Rogers. Rogers was last seen alive 4th of July weekend 2015. Houck is charged alongside 2 men prosecutors allege were working for him around the time Rogers disappeared. Steve Lawson and Joseph Lawson are charged with conspiracy to commit murder and tampering with physical evidence. The prosecutor has filed a motion to try all 3 men together in one trial, claiming the 3 worked together to kill Rogers and cover it up. Houck's attorney wants his client tried separately, claiming the Lawsons were pitted against him during police interviews, claiming detectives used a get Brooks mentality. The judge will hear arguments from both sides on Monday morning at 9 in the morning. With just 4 months until Election Day and now weeks away until the nominating convention, the Democratic Party is finding itself in turmoil. President Joe Biden campaigned in the battleground state of Pennsylvania today as more Democratic leaders call for him to step aside.
Now, I know I won't look like I'm 40 years old, but I've been around a little bit. And I, honest to God, have never been more optimistic about America's future if we stick together.
The president stopped at a church service in Philadelphia this morning to speak to churchgoers in an attempt to reassure voters he is capable of serving another 4 years in the White House. However, there are still growing concerns within his own party about his age and ability to lead. 5 Democratic lawmakers have already called for the president to step aside. That number could grow soon.
This is a man who served for like 35 years as a senator, 8 years as a vice president, 4 years as a president. You don't just bail when you have a crappy night. You actually talk to people around you.
Hawaii's governor, who you just heard from, believes the president should have a decision this week about whether he'll stay in the race or not. However, ABC News has learned Senator Mark Warner is working to get a group of Senate Democrats together to discuss Biden's nomination and a potential replacement.